If you got into business for anything other than the day-to-day chaos and wanted to actually build a business that is valuable for yourself and for others, then this video is probably for you. Today I'm sitting down with Christy Maxfield. She works with, well, she has worked with hundreds upon hundreds of companies. She was raised in a family business. Her whole mission right now is based on watching the family business make it to the second generation, but not to the third, to help small business owners figure out how to set up profitable, transferable businesses. Not that everyone's going to set up a transferable business, but we should all have the chance and the opportunity to actually transfer. The business should be set up to do that. I've talked about this a lot on this channel, that the idea is that your business is sustainable long-term, and that is a strong and healthy business. You could pass it off to someone else, even if you decide to stay at the head. So today we're going to talk about, like, how do you build assets that make your business more valuable, not just for you, but also for other people. And I am excited because Christy has worked with hundreds of businesses on exactly this, going in and identifying where do you have room in your assets, or where do you have assets that need to be like firmed up, stabilized, and turned into something that is valuable. And she's agreed to let me pick her brain a little bit this morning for y'all. So Christy, thanks so much for joining me.
Thanks for having me.
So let's talk a little bit about specifically, okay, real quickly, is there anything I missed in your introduction that I should have hit on, right? I think I
No,
got
I mean,
everything.
you did a great job. In essence, people call me all sorts of different things. I call myself an advisor, but I really do a lot of coaching and consulting work. So working both with the owner on all the kinds of things coaches work on, whether that's mindset or decision making, but also I work in the business with them, looking at their financials, looking at their systems and processes, talking often with their people and working with their people, really getting in and getting my hands dirty, which not every advisor does.
So let's talk really quickly here about assets that actually do make the business more valuable.
Sure.
Um, I know people have ideas of what makes their business valuable, and that's not always correlated to anything in the real world. So, what kinds of assets are most common that do actually add value to a business for the business owner, but also if someone were looking from the outside in?
Yeah, absolutely. So we call that business attractiveness. How attractive is your business to someone else? And obviously we look at the numbers, and that's the thing that most people think is the value. At whatever my top line number is, whatever my bottom line number is, this is the value I'm creating. Unfortunately, a lot of owners do that by doing things that actually minimize or diminish the valuation that the numbers bring. So for example, if we both were running $8 million companies, but I had put in a leadership team that could run the business even if I'm not showing up every day, and you were doing all the sales, running payroll on a regular basis, and pinch hitting for any number of people in the organization when they weren't there, your business is not worth as much as mine. And that's because it's got high owner dependence, right? You take the owner out of the business falls apart. So a lot of times we think, well, I'm saving money, I'm using my resources wisely, I'm increasing the profit that I take home by wearing all these hats, but I'm actually diminishing the value of the asset. And I'm also making my life really not great. Like, if I have to be there all the time doing all the things and pinch hitting for all the people, I'm not getting the highest value out of my business right now in the moment.